When someone passes, where do they go? Gone forever, or can they show? What if you could find someone between to bridge the gap of those unseen?
I see departed souls, and I'm able to communicate with them. I get messages from beyond, from your lost loved ones. You may be surprised at what they have to say.
Happy to have you here.
Oh, how are you?
Good, good. Looking forward to the third episode of The People's Medium tonight.
Yes. I thought we'd do a little spin and make it about conscious manifestation.
Yes.
And how we can attract positive aspects into our life, positive energy. So I'm excited about this show. And just want to tell some of the viewers and listeners about the chat room.
Oh, okay, sure thing. So what folks can do, they can go to UBNradio.com, click on Channel 2, and it will take them into the chat room, and they can log in with any of their social media handles, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr even. So you can log in with any, or you can create an account, and you can chat with us in the chat room. And I'll be checking it from time to time as best I can in between taking calls. We also have the phone number 323-649-8268. Again, 323-649-8268. And Michelle will be offering readings later in the show.
Yes, I will.
All right. And we're talking about your book, Messages from Beyond. I think I got it right this week.
Yes, you did. Messages from Beyond.
I've been wanting to talk about this one for a while, so I'm glad.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's been revised 5 times.
Oh, okay.
It's a compilation of many, many years of seminars and people asking questions about how to guard their energy, how to protect their home, how to attract a mate, really, the right kind of a person for them, how to magnetize abundance. So where do I begin?
Yeah, I know. That's I hear a lot about manifestation and the law of attraction. And, through the movie The Secret, I think it made it really big.
Yes.
But people say there's a missing piece. Do you know what that missing piece is?
I think it has to do with heart love. I think you must feel happy when you are doing your positive affirmations. Happiness is most important.
Yeah.
So it's that feel good.
So you got a
component. That helps.
So you need to realize that it's already here. It's not something that you're trying to make happen. You have to visualize it as if it's already happening. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you want something, you just say, I am now very happy and grateful for, and act write down like it's already in your life. So if you're looking for a companion, I am now very happy and grateful for my new companion. But on the note of a companion,
yes,
I have to tell you how I met my husband.
Oh, yes, please.
I do this at seminars, but maybe some of the newbies or the virgins to me would like to hear this story, because honestly, one of the main questions is, how do I meet someone that's right for me? So I was married early on. It didn't work out. And I dated for a long time, probably 12, 13 years. It's a long time to date. And I knew that thought plus energy equals form. So I actually made a list of qualities. First of all, I put my name at the top, and I put, I am now. There you go. Ready to attract my true soulmate, companion, and husband. And I want him to be for both our highest good, eligible, and willing to commit. And I wrote down 5 or 6 qualities. I figured, what do I have to lose?
Yeah.
Now, this is back in the early 90s, before The Secret was really popular. But I just had a feeling to do it. And I carried one with me wherever I went in my purse, and I put one in my pillowcase. So about 2 months later, guess what day it was? The day of love, Valentine's
Day. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was out at a big gathering. And honestly, this is a true story. I was on my way to the ladies' room with my purse in my hand and the list in my purse. And I looked across the room, and I saw this tall, handsome gentleman standing there. And I have never heard this thunderous voice before or after, but I heard the voice say, "That's the man you're going to marry."
Oh, wow.
And I kept walking, and something stopped me, almost like I was walking into a wall, and I heard the voice again. That's the man you're going to marry. Well, I didn't know him from Adam or Eve, as we laugh
Mm-hmm.
about. I did a U-turn. I marched up, and honestly, I didn't say it. I don't know who was speaking through me, but I blurted out, "Who's your dentist? You have a great smile."
Oh,
And
that.
what a pickup line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But honestly, he proposed 2 years later on Valentine's
Oh,
Day. The point is, the list works.
yeah.
I wanted someone intelligent and appreciative,
Mm-hmm.
someone kind, and whatever. And I went and got the list out, and I crossed everything off. And my goodness, he had all this
Yeah,
fluff.
and John's great. He's a big part of this show, and we couldn't do it without him. So thank
I
you,
know.
John.
I couldn't do it without
Yeah.
him either. I love you, honey.
And that's Jon, not John. That's me.
I love you both.
I'm just
Yeah,
teasing. She's
mine,
got two
mine's
Johns in her
Jon.
life. That's funny.
But
Oh.
so in the book, Messages from Beyond,
Uh-huh.
finally we're getting to it.
Yeah.
The first part is all about attracting, targeting one's soul purpose. That's the other thing I'm asked. What am I here to do on the earth plane?
Mm-hmm.
So if you write down 3 things that you love to do, honestly, and 3 things that you feel you're good at doing, that's synonymous with your soul purpose.
Okay.
So the questions or the callers could be what they have manifested in their life,
Mm-hmm.
what they'd like to know about any subject,
Mm-hmm.
balancing energy, uh, the I am, the concept that we were just talking about,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and a big one, protecting oneself from negativity. I know a lot of viewers and listeners are empathic.
Yes.
And empaths, and I know you're one,
Yes.
John. We talked about it.
Yeah.
They're able to imbibe people's energy.
Mm-hmm.
So they may wake up feeling pretty good, and their mood starts to go up and down
Yep.
depending on who they're around.
Mm-hmm.
So by mid-afternoon, it's like, oh, I'm really tired.
Yeah.
What they've done is they've unknowingly kind of imbibed other people's
Mm-hmm.
traumas. So
Yeah, it's
yeah.
interesting. Our security guard out front here at Sunset Gower Studios, she's been having a lot with her energy, and I'm thinking that just triggered me. I'm thinking maybe I
Mhm,
should share that with her about because she
mhm.
meets so many people coming in and out of those doors. She has to check to make sure they have access, to go through the gates. So that would make a lot of sense of all the people that she's running into, and she's very very big-hearted sweetheart. So
Yes.
I'm
Uh,
sure she's an empath,
and very sensitive.
very sensitive. Yeah.
So
Yes.
someone like that,
Yeah.
or you or
Mm-hmm.
whoever that wants to hear this, when you get up in the morning, just visualize white light
Yeah.
around yourself and just say, please protect me.
Yeah.
Protect me physically, emotionally, mentally, my auric field,
Yeah.
and my soul,
Mm-hmm.
and let me only attract people into my space for my highest good. Plus, you visualize that dome of white light of protection, John, and it does work.
Yeah.
It really does.
You know,
So it's like a deflecting shield.
right,
You
right.
understand?
Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
Teflon, nothing can stick to you. Yeah, that's funny.
I love
But
your analogies.
I don't even know if Teflon's safe these days, but you know what I mean, back in the day.
Yeah, I know.
So, but James shared a little bit about this, well, actually a lot about this with the energy. We did a show on energy, and
Yes.
we're talking about James Van Prague.
Uh-huh.
He shared the fact that it's very important to start your day with a spiritual shower,
Yes.
so that you visualize the head of the shower being a golden light, and you clean you do your regular cleansing, but then you cleanse your aura. And then as you are visualizing this golden light, the energy is dropping from you and going down the drain, the negative energy. You're purging the negative energy. And then when you get out of the shower, this is something I said that I visualize, I do, when you're toweling off, you actually are putting on the armor of protection. So when you're
Mhm.
toweling off the water, the excess, all of that, you're actually putting on your protection. It's just a little reminder to me to do that every
That's
day.
perfect. Well, you know who towels off my water? It's my one kitty.
I was going to say your cat. Yeah.
She licks my feet. She licks my legs.
Oh, cute.
The one made a
Well,
cameo
hopefully they're
appearance
good. Yeah, I was
the
going to say, hopefully they're going to make
the
more
other week.
appearances.
Coco.
Yeah, we'd love to
Yeah.
see more of them on the show.
And
popping up
another
here and
good technique along with James,
Yeah.
excellent with the golden light, are colors.
Yes.
If you want balance, you just think of the chakra colors. So the water becomes beautiful shade of purple.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the third eye, and then it goes into the royal
Oh,
blue, and
yeah.
then visualize it aqua
Uh-huh.
and emerald green, and then yellow, orange, red. And this is you're doing it slowly, but
Yeah.
it's almost like raindrops balancing you, coming down
Yeah.
over you. So yeah, that's good to do as well
Yeah.
for balance.
And I had a picture of the chakras up on the screen as you're saying that. The
Oh,
crown chakra,
good.
the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, and what would be called the sacral, but this is called the splendic, which is very interesting. I've never heard
Oh,
that called that.
interesting.
And
Mhm.
then the root. So yeah.
Yes, the root.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the color red. I think that's the
Yes.
grounding color.
Yeah.
Yeah. So interesting. Hmm.
Yeah. So, I think we've got some people in the chat room here. I'm going to
All
go ahead
right.
and tell them the number
Yay.
because they're
And
asking.
like
Suzanne in the
I
chat room.
jokingly said, someone from Philadelphia emailed me.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we are really bright in the east.
Uh,
It's not like the West
oh,
has it cornered in California. But I do have to say that they asked me, how do I get in the chat room? So I hope there's more people that are
yeah.
not only in there, but write their
Well,
questions.
and what could be confusing is that we are streaming via your Facebook page
I
on
know,
Facebook
I know
Live,
that.
so they can comment there as well on the videos. But
Yes.
we don't see those comments until after the show for the Facebook Live. But we will
Right.
see your comments during the show in UBN Radio 2 if you go to Channel 2. But Michele, are you the type of reader that needs to hear their voice in order to do a reading for them, or can I ask a question if they're too shy to call in?
Sure.
Okay.
You can ask a question. They can ask me a question.
Okay.
They don't have to come on air.
Okay. You got it. Yeah, I was going to relay questions from the chat room. I just didn't know if you need to hear their voice in order to give them a reading.
And as I said, John, if they
Mhm.
have a miraculous encounter story to share in regards to
Yeah, that would be
conscious
great.
manifestation, that would be great. I always wanted my own art gallery because I'm an artist, and every morning I'd visualize walking in an art gallery, my art gallery, and it actually manifested. It took me about 4 years, but whether it's next week or years, it will work. It will work. It really will. You just have to keep up with it. Keep
Great.
saying it.
Yeah. Now, what if you start having these changes happen and you're not ready for, or maybe, how do I put this? You're manifesting these changes in your life. There are no coincidences, correct?
That's right. There are no-
So what if you have a sudden influx of money or a sudden change of position or something like that, and you're just like, wow, that came on suddenly, and I really didn't realize I was trying to manifest that. And can you keep it going, or can you sabotage it?
No, you can keep it going.
Okay.
We all have the ebbs and the tides and so on.
Yeah.
But there is a miracle money saying of abundance. And so whoever's watching, listening, grab a pen and
Okay.
piece of paper. What you say is, this week I am experiencing a miracle regarding abundance, or you can even say money. So this week puts a time parameter on it. I am is a direct statement.
Okay.
Experience a miracle, which means it could come from anywhere regarding money or abundance. So that could represent finding money,
Okay.
winning money, gifts.
Gifts, yeah.
I even had a client whose mother, my client was going through a hard time, let me put it that way. And her dog was dying, and she didn't have the money for the vet. So she got down on her knees and said the miracle money every day. And the vet called and said, bring your dog in. We'll give you free medical care for the dog.
Oh, wow.
But a week after that, her mother was in a market and bought a $5 scratch-off ticket and won $1 million
Wow.
PA lottery. So the point is, the girl that was saying it, though, was on disability, and if she would have won, it would have been very complicated.
Yes, right.
But her mother helped her
wow, that's
with a new home,
great.
and it's really not about the money; it's about sharing.
Uh-huh.
It's about what we have. We can also give.
Yes.
So this week, I am experiencing a miracle regarding money,
I love that.
and and I'm also on a morning drive time show here in Central PA, and everyone wants to know about the other
Yeah.
miracle money. And it's just as simple as saying money comes easily and frequently. Money comes easily and frequently.
Okay.
And you just visualize $100 bills raining down
Mm.
on you.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had amazing miracle monies, but also you can keep it up. It's a
Yeah.
matter of dedication, John. You
Okay.
know that.
Yeah, I was asking more, for the audience, because I think sometimes people who are not used to great things happening, they're worried about sabotaging them. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Once they get in, once that vibration changes, once that frequency changes, they're worried about, oh, how long is this going to last before it goes back to, what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's just trying to keep it real.
Yeah, you are keeping it real, and it's difficult to
Yeah.
guard every thought.
Yeah,
We
it
think a
is.
million thoughts or more,
Yeah. I mean, I know
probably every hour.
people would not want to, once money starts coming in, there's no way they're going to say, "Oh, please stop it," But I'm just saying, they may think like, if it came in from somebody like a gift or something, maybe they feel like they owe that person, they owe it as, they pay it back, or those kind of things. So I was just asking more about, once that frequency changes, can we keep it going so that we don't
Yes.
revert back to the poverty consciousness or the consciousness that we were coming out of in order to receive the abundance?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even opportunities.
Mhm.
It comes in the form of job raises,
Yes.
finding a job, even.
Yeah.
So it's a myriad of different
Right.
ways that the abundance can come to us.
Yeah. And we
And
want that. We definitely want that. And speaking of abundance, we have abundance of calls coming in,
Okay.
Michelle. So if you want to, we can go ahead and start with the
Sure.
calls. And again, folks can join us in the chat room at UBN Radio 2. Also, you can comment in the Facebook Live. And Michelle, I think, goes back and reads a lot of those and comments
I
when she
do.
can.
I really, I read each and every one
Oh,
and comment on each and every one.
wow. That's
So
very,
yeah,
that's
I like that. So remember, it's Michele Livingston, the People's Medium. That's
yes.
my fan page.
Yes. Excellent. All right. So do you want to pick a number for me, Michelle? And we'll do it that way, from 1 to 12. Let's start with that.
Okay, let's do 10.
Okay, number 10. All right. So here we go. And it looks like 717 is on the line.
Okay.
Is this Sandy?
Yes.
Hi, you're on the air with Michelle. Can we have your question, please?
Hi. I was calling to see if my father was still with me.
Hi, Sandy.
Okay, sweetheart, can
Please
you...
Hi.
mute your phone.
Yeah, mute your background if you
I did.
can. Okay, because we're getting feedback. Thank you.
Miss Sandy, how are you?
Hi.
First of all,
I'm doing well.
yes, Dad is definitely with you tonight. And I do have to say, you're going to go through some changes. And patience is key with you. I don't know if you realize this, but that's one of the soul lessons, Sandy, that you are here to learn. And that's a difficult one. So I know that it has been tried and tested many times, your patience. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And Dad is with you, my dear, more than you know. He comes down at holidays. We're getting into the November, December time frame here. But he also comes down when someone themselves are down or when they don't feel well, Sandy. Now, also, I have to say, keep up with your mammograms, would you please? Would you keep up with them? I don't know if you've heard me say these things before. I'm not a medical intuitive, but sometimes we need to keep up with. All right. And let me
Right.
ask something. A cancer symbol's coming up. Who may have had cancer? There's an energy coming in here, Sandy.
Well, my father was a sign of cancer.
Oh,
And
okay.
my grandmother had cancer.
All right, I'm going to say your grandmother, sweetheart. I don't get a lot of
Okay.
astrological signs. Sometimes I get Gemini for the twins. But your grandmother's
Okay.
here. And she says, Sandy, we love you. There is a younger female that she also wants to acknowledge that's probably teenage or maybe early 20s. So she's going to watch over her, all right, as the days go on. And I also have to ask you something. There was a celebration birthday just was or one coming up, Sandy. So keep open to that because your grandmother
Okay.
and your father are looking down and they are happy, very happy. And it could even be an announcement of a baby. Isn't that interesting?
A baby was just born.
Oh, really? Okay, when
Yeah.
when was the baby born, Sandy?
Last Thursday.
Uh-huh. Okay. Those are the balloons. So thanher for
Okay.
confirming it. They're so excited about it. And your dad had the soul with him, and so did your grandmother before they sent it down into family. And what a bright child that's going to be. Very bright. So
Wow.
Well, Sandy, yeah, Dad's with you. Has glasses on. Wants you to get your eyes checked, and he he didn't struggle, but he tried to be there for his family. He tried to provide. One other thing, somebody enjoyed a good shot of something, liquor.
Yes.
Was that your dad or grandpa? You know,
My grandfather.
he's here. I see this arm shaking a liquor bottle and a shot glass. So he says, "Yeah, I'm here." He says, "I wanted to come
And
join
we're
in."
Irish.
I wanted to come join in on the fun, he says,
Oh.
that we're sharing together. And talking about Europe, though, Ireland and England, there may be a trip there for you, Sandy, in later years. All right.
Oh, that
So,
would be nice.
and somebody's going to also work on their genealogy, Grandpop's telling me. I don't know if that's you or
I
someone.
am right now.
Are you? Oh, good
I
heavens.
just got my DNA test back this week.
You did? Oh, my.
Yeah, I did.
So, keep open to certain names. You know, like an E would be mentioned. An E could be male or female, like Elizabeth or Edward.
Okay.
And I won't go on because there's other callers, and also there's a lot of J's shown, John, James, and so on. So you'll find those
Okay.
when you go back, okay? And they're
Okay.
ancestors from way back there saying hello, Sandy. So bless you, my dear.
Wonderful.
I got to move on. Take care.
All
Keep up with your
Thank
genealogy.
you.
Thank you, Sandy.
I will. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, that was
She seemed
great.
happy, didn't she?
Yeah, yeah. I love the genealogy, and she just did the test, the DNA test, to find out where her heritage is, right?
Yeah, and those on the other side love when we do that,
Mm.
especially well, when children are born, but also males. It's handed down the family line. They're
Uh-huh.
very proud on the father's side of the genealogy because of the name.
Okay.
And interesting,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. I'm very fascinated with that. I'm thinking about having that done myself. So.
Are you?
Yeah. Okay. So 978. I think we have Stephanie on the line. Hi, you're on the air with Michelle. Can we have your name, please?
My name's Stephanie.
Great.
Stephanie, where are you calling from?
New England area. I've called in before.
Have you? And you got through? Yay! Well,
I know. I called before, so I just thought I had another question, so I thought I'd call.
And she's also in the chat room.
and you're in the chat room.
Mhm.
Yay, good girl from New England here in the East. What's your question, Stephanie?
The thing that makes me most anxious about my life is my love life. It's so frustrating. It's harder and harder to meet people these days, and I've tried all kinds of things and definitely become more positive over the years, but I was wondering if you could shed some insight if it's possibly coming soon. I'm going to meet somebody.
And you've had relationships before, Steph. Is that correct? You've dated.
A few. I've dated. Yeah, I've met people. I've moved across the country a lot, so I haven't really established myself for as long a time. So I think that's a challenge too. And I've also gone to school. I have my master's degree, so
Yeah.
a lot of things have come into play to delay things, but still, I've tried to put myself out there.
You're very sweet, but you have a strong personality. And I know you like your own time. I know that you are slightly independent, but you don't mind being with yourself. Isn't that interesting? So in this book, Messages, here we go, from beyond, you can attract a partner that's for your highest good. And that's why I just told the story about how I met my husband.
Mhm.
Thought plus
Right.
energy equals form. So honestly, Stephanie, it does work. And write your name, write down a few qualities, and I believe in the power of prayer. I mean, say some positive prayers over the list. Make 2 copies, all right?
Right.
Put one in your purse and in your pillowcase. Get them out, and every so often say, "Please send me this person." Now I know you're in New England. Have you ever come down to Philadelphia area or Carolinas down that way? Have you ever visited down this way? Eastern Seaboard.
I've been to North Carolina several times. I have family that lives there.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on, because there's a gentleman coming in from Spirit World, and he's acknowledging going down towards the Carolinas. So whoever is there in family, he's sending love to. All right. Are they more on the father's side, the family that's there, or mother's side?
They are on they are on my mother's side.
Okay.
family that's there.
So this would be a grandfather. I'm going to say either your mother's father or a great uncle figure coming in to say there's some changes in the Carolinas, but you're going down there, going down for a visit. And interesting.
Oh, I'm going down for a visit. Oh, yeah, I went this summer, but it's an easy flight to get down.
Okay, Michelle, we just lost your audio, hon. Did you hit the mute button?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
hear me
we
now?
got you. We got you, sweetie. No problem.
Hey, we're trying to iron the kinks out. This is only my third time on here.
It's all
But
good.
do you understand, Stephanie? Go ahead.
Can you tell me something about because I believe it might be a great uncle figure. Can you tell me anything that a hint that I might know who it is? I may know who it is, but I'm just curious.
Well, I think it's definitely your grandfather's brother. And I think he's on your mother's side because on the left, when they come in, it's always mother and right's father. So if it's predominantly your mother's side, honey, that are in the Carolinas, that's the great uncle that would be connecting. All right. And
Okay.
This sounds funny. And I get little things like this. They like your haircut or you're going to get it cut. Seriously. And they like it, Steph. And there's going to be, don't laugh about this, really a makeover. You're going to start, I don't know, taking better care of yourself. Good nutrition's coming in. You're a beautiful girl inside and out, but there's something with the hair. So change of color, change of style. You wait. Have you thought about it?
My hair is very curly, so I dye it kind of a reddish brown all the time because it looks better than my natural color.
Thought so.
I'm impatient about straightening it.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. You're going to straighten it, cut it and straighten it. But anyhow, if you have any other questions, call me again. And you're going to meet a man, but it takes time. So would you please make the list? Okay. Do you have my book? Stephanie, do you have my book? This one.
Messages from Beyond.
I don't have that one. I have, gosh, I forgot what the name of the book is. I got an ebook.
Living in the Afterlife?
It's not the newest one. It's like, I think it's Living in the Afterlife. Yeah. So.
Well, this one you can get on my website or where books are sold, and it's Messages from Beyond. Mm-hmm. It's invaluable, really. It's a guidebook. And a lot of positive affirmations are in there, Steph. So anyhow, good luck.
Great.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Call us back when you find that man. When you manifest that man. All right. Thank you.
Hey, it could even be next week. You don't know.
Yeah. All right. Take care. All right. So I believe we're ready to move on to our next caller. Trying to do rapid fire readings at this time. We've got full lines, Michelle, unless you want to take a little break.
No, I'm pretty
good. You
ready
ready for it? All right.
Yeah.
So
I have my coffee on one hand and my water on the other.
All right. So let's go to 917. Let's see here. 917, you're on the line with Michelle. Can we have your name, please?
Hi, my name is Elizabeth. Hi, Michelle and John.
Hi.
I love your show. You are great.
Thank you. It's Elizabeth. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
May I ask you where you're calling from, Elizabeth? Where are you calling from?
I'm in Poconos, Pennsylvania.
Poconos. What a beautiful area. Oh, my gosh.
It sure is.
And I'm going to tell you with the autumn leaves, this is a great time. It really is beautiful. So what's your question?
So colorful. I would love to connect with the loved ones on the other side. Any messages from them?
Is your father passed, sweetheart?
Yes.
Okay. I get a gentleman through. I think it's your daddy. And he says that you yourself have been a good mother. Sometimes you sit and think. There's going to be a law issue, or unless you know an attorney, Elizabeth. So watch. It's good. It's nothing negative. But the scale of balance is shown. So there's going to be some legal issues, or you may know an attorney. There might be a family member who's an attorney. But your dad.
No, there's been a legal issue.
I thought so.
It has been a legal issue after his death. Yes.
I know. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. He was trying to help the family with that. And I know that there was some dissension that happened during that time after your father passed. He really tried to have everything in order. And he tells me for you not to worry. Try not to stress over things. Take your time. Take it day by day. I have the most beautiful smell of flowers. So somebody, a grandmother or somebody loved flowers, Elizabeth.
My grandmother, his mother, had a beautiful flower garden.
Yeah, well, guess what? She's saying hello too. And she has a beautiful armful of roses and different types of flowers, daylilies, daisies. And she says you're hard on yourself. She says take your time, relax more. You're a giver. You give. Do you understand? And sometimes it's difficult.
Yes, I do.
For you to bring it back to yourself. So I do have dad. I do have grandmother. By April, is April anybody's birth month or a crossing month, honey? April.
Yes.
Whose
yes,
is
it is. My mother and my granddaughter.
Oh, okay. And your mother's passed or no?
No, she's still with us.
All right. I just have to say your grandmother's here, acknowledging her, and because of the April connection, and also the granddaughter, acknowledging her that's born in April. So all is well, my dear, and enjoy the foliage, the beautiful fall weather. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. You as well.
It's
I'm
nice
sure
to
it's beautiful
talk to
by you as well.
Bye, honey.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Elizabeth.
Aw,
Thank you.
Sweetheart.
nice caller.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are on fire. You are just getting all these details, which you always do. It doesn't surprise me. But folks, if you would like to have a one-on-one reading with Michele, you can go to michellelivingston.com, and she offers in-depth readings. What we're doing right now are quick mini reads, just to give you an example of how she connects with spirit.
And I just need to clarify something. Because I'm an artist, I think I said this on another show, John. I start with an opening soul portrait scene, spiritual scene. And then my angels, the light beings, interpret the scene. And then it's nonstop. So I get up to 8 or 9 departed loved ones coming in. This is just skimming and minis and so on.
Wow.
But many times I keep my eyes closed. So
many times you're doing this with your eyes closed, you said.
yeah, it's easier for me to see with the spiritual eyes that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I when I used to read, I used to not want to see the person. I just wanted to read by the phone and not see the person.
And what kind of readings did you do?
I guess it was claircognizant stuff because it just came to me. I just knew it. I would start with a birthday and looking a little bit at astrology, but then I would go directly into whatever was coming through. So that was back in the day.
Well, you're still doing it now. You're picking big calls.
Oh, thank you.
No.
Well,
we're probably from the same soul group. Right?
Yes, exactly. I believe that. All right, sweetheart. We have Suzanne on the line. Suzanne, you're on the line from 717. You have a question for Michele, please.
Hi, I'm not really sure what question I want to ask.
Okay.
I guess I want to know, well, there's a guy I really, really like. I guess I want to know what might be happening with him, but I want to know about my dad who passed in August.
Okay, which question do you want answered, Suzanne? Which question?
I don't care, either one. Either one, I don't care.
Okay. The person you're with now, take your time. Okay, I need to tell you that. You ask about somebody that you're with. Take your time. Don't try not to do anything too impulsive. And also, Dad passed in April, and we just had an April connection with another caller.
No, he passed in August.
Oh, he passed in August? I'm sorry. There's also probably
August 20th. That's okay.
There's probably an April connection with you as well, because I'm here in April, May.
It's my birthday.
Okay, darling. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Things are going to get better. In relationships, you always give. Wait till you hear this. Your dad's telling me 110%. And sometimes you feel it doesn't come back to you. So this is why in this particular relationship that you're in now, slow down, all right? Actually, it's funny, your dad's trying to pull strings to get you a good person. So I'd advise you, Miss Suzanne, to make a list. Would you please? Would you take the time to do that?
Okay.
Because it's a positive affirmation and it does work, all right? And who lost the dog, honey? Did you just lose a dog?
I had to give my dog away when a number of years ago.
Oh.
When we moved, because I couldn't take her with me, I left her on the farm with the people who bought it.
That was heart-wrenching, but she's in spirit world.
Yes.
And she's coming through, darling, with your daddy. And the dog says it was okay.
They were best buddies.
I know. And this is why this needs to be cleared up. It's not just about talking to the other side, it's about issues of the heart. It was very difficult for you to do because you're a loyal person, Suzanne. And the dog says no regrets. Isn't that funny? No regrets. And it's a spirit help. It's a spirit helper of yours. That particular dog's a spirit helper, which means it's trying to give you unconditional love. I wish I could just reach through right now and give you a big hug.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what you need, a really big hug. And the dog wants to lick your face, honey. And know that you're on the right track with everything, one day at a time, okay? You understand,
Okay.
Suzanne?
Yes.
All right. So
Yes.
bless you. That's about what I can give you, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Right,
Thank you for calling.
Thank you,
Bye.
sweetie.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
sometimes issues come up that aren't
Yeah.
even mentioned.
It's interesting because when you said give her a choice, if she wanted to have sort of a psychic reading or a mediumship reading, I always wondered about that myself, Michelle. Should we do more of a mediumship reading because then that person is on the other side who we know and can trust the information coming through about sort of like, can the dad say, okay, yeah, I have someone that I'm trying to make, come into your path so that you can have a relationship? I mean,
yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
There are various readings, and I am more the medium than the psychic. I am psychic, but I know that this was a heart issue with
Yes.
Suzanne that needed to be cleared up. It was a little bit of guilt attached. Well, it was
Yeah.
probably a lot of guilt
Yeah.
attached. And I got the information from her father, who brought this dog from the spirit world in.
Mhm.
So you never quite know what the loved ones are going to say from heaven.
Right.
And they have to store a lot of energy. They have to lower down their frequency. I want everyone out there to know that you're loved. I believe in God, the creator, but also the bond of love can never die, is never broken.
Yeah.
With our relatives, and they're in a far better place
Yeah.
than we are. This is a training ground.
That's for sure.
The earth plane.
Yes, it's a school, that's for sure.
Uh,
So if people are calling in, they should be more focused on mediumship readings to connect with someone on the other side. And perhaps that person will give them information about their life in the present and what to do about their life. Would that be
Yeah.
safe to say? Okay.
And like I said, even though we can gear it to that way, John, you still don't know what's going to come out.
Right. Exactly. Well, I love that the dog came through. And I also want to share with folks that if you have a disability, you can speak to a psychologist or a therapist and get a prescription for your pet, which would be then a service animal or a emotional support animal. And if you have to move to a place that do not accept animals, you can get this letter, and that will qualify in most states to allow you to bring your animal as a support animal to the new place that you're moving. I just wanted to share that because a lot of people don't know that, and it's very
that's
important.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And actually, I think my next book might be on animal stories,
Oh.
how they have affected our lives, whether they're messengers or whether they've been friends, or if we felt like they're family members.
Mhm.
And it just seems to be coming in more and more. Not that I'm an animal communicator,
Right.
but the heart light and the heart love.
Well,
People just love their animals.
Yeah, and
Our
there's
pets, I mean.
unconditional love. That's because they're the example of unconditional love, and I believe we make soul contracts with the animals.
We do.
Yeah.
And I believe, John, they follow us sometimes from lifetime to lifetime as well.
I agree.
So in our soul group in heaven, there might be up to 5,000 to 10,000 souls that we love and that we incarnate with, but also pets are there waiting for us when we get over, and we soul contract with them. You're absolutely right to incarnate.
Because
So,
they're a big part of our
interesting.
lives, right? I mean, they
Oh my goodness!
help us grow in many ways. They reflect our behavior in many ways, and call to attention certain areas to work on.
My 4 fur babies.
Yeah.
I really do love, and one made a cameo. The other.
We want to see more of them. Yes, more of them.
And I have videos of them too. I want to say on my fan page and also on my regular Facebook page too.
Great.
So yeah, people love their animals. So I'm putting it out there. If someone does have a story of significance, how an animal not necessarily saved your life, but how it changed your life.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. And here comes my big boy.
Oh, there's one. Oh, so cute.
It's my big boy. Look at that. Look at that mask
Oh,
for
yes.
Halloween. This one's Bandit.
Hey, Bandit.
Okay?
How adorable. Thanks, John.
He's like 20 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Anyhow, it's one of my fur babies.
Okay, I think now would be a good time to take a little break and to play a video about your book, Messages from Beyond. So we'll come back
perfect.
shortly after and talk about the book. All right.
Attract what you want in life. Learn more about your evolutionary soul journey. Gain in-depth knowledge about metaphysical concepts.
Start with Messages from Beyond. It's a spiritual guidebook that talks about the soul journey. Everything you've ever wanted to know is in this book. It's Spirituality 101.
Messages from Beyond, a spiritual guidebook. Available at michellelivingston.com and wherever books are sold.
Right, great. And I think we have a story because I see I think Rob is in the chat room and he's also on the line. So let's bring him on the line to share a story with us. 717,
Okay.
Rob, you're on the line.
Hello, Rob.
Hello.
And we're
Good evening.
talking about conscious manifestation. So do you have a story about that subject, or what would you like to
I do, and I think it's a terrific topic. And I do want to share with you that I have a rather unusual occupation. I'm the founder and artistic director of a marionette theater in Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
And I live above the theater. It's my dream come true. I've always known I was going to do this.
Oh, and I know
But
you.
I wasn't sure if I could say that.
Weren't you in
Yes.
Austria?
Yes.
Didn't you study in Austria?
I did in Salzburg. My biggest influence is the Salzburg Marionette Theater. And I
Oh,
was first there in 1984, and I always knew I would go back. And since then, I have a relationship with them. They're the best, and they give me master classes. They let me puppeteer during the shows. They'll say to me right before I go on, "Now, Robbie, whatever you do, don't drop the puppet." Well, let me tell you, that's a horrible thing to hear right before you go on.
and you make
But
them
Michelle,
from
I have
scratch. You make them
I-
from
I-
scratch, don't you?
Yes. I make the puppets, I write the scripts, I write the music, I perform, and I clean the toilets.
You do it all.
And you
And
have
I can say that in English and German.
and you have a Halloween show coming up too in Lancaster.
I do. Michelle, you're wonderful. Yes, Calling All Spirits. And I do Teresa Caputo in it, Michelle.
All right,
And I
we'll have
look
to do a double-
amazingly like
we'll have
her.
to do a double link with you in costume as Teresa.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm having some, theater's theater and box office is box office, and there's some changes going on. And I was just wondering if you are getting anything from the other side, like from my theater mentors, if they think the changes are good, if I'm on the right track, et cetera, et cetera.
One of
Is
your
that a
spirit,
possibility?
yes, and one of your spirit guides. Are you sitting down?
I am sitting
One
down.
of your spirit guides who is coming through is Sarah Bernhardt, and she was very popular, I think, in the 1800s in theater. And so she's
Yes.
in your home, and she's protecting you, and she's trying to help you with ideas, Robert, for new shows, various shows. And I want to say I've been to a couple, and they're wonderful. So she says, Robert.
Michelle,
She just
Yes.
says, Robert, she says, there are new things by spring. I know we're just heading into winter, but fasten your seatbelt. There's good things. And also another theater in Lancaster is going to open up for you. Another theater in Lancaster. So you wait and see. All right, dear?
thank
right.
you. It's my birthday today, and this was a
Oh,
terrific
wow.
birthday.
Oh,
Happy
God
birthday.
bless you. Happy birthday. Yay.
And what's
Thank you. And I'm going to take my spiritual shower in the morning.
great? Now, what's your website,
You
Rob?
guys are great teachers.
Yes.
Thank you.
Rob, what's your website, Rob?
Yes.
And I'll put up on the screen.
MarionetteTheater.org, where you can, it's, oh my God, I ought to be able to say this off the top of my head. lmt.yapsity.com or Google Lancaster Marionette Theater.
Okay. I got it up on the screen here so
Thank
people
you.
can see it.
You're both terrific.
Thanks, Rob.
Love you, Rob.
Bye-bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Oh,
That's sweet too.
Sweet.
and he's also been on Broadway, so
Wow.
he's a character. I think
Yeah.
artists kind of mm, have this synchronicity.
Yeah.
And you're a singer, so
Yeah.
here we
And
go.
thank you so much for posting. I don't know where you found that video, but that was so sweet of you to post that video to your audience of me singing at Tony's party. So thank you for that and for sharing
Oh, and
that.
you have a tremendous voice.
Oh, thanks.
You need a contract.
Oh, thank you.
This is the Mutual Admiration Society.
Well, it's one of those. We'll talk about that in my private read with you because it's one of those
Okay.
things that I need to manifest that I just have not. Okay, so let's pick a number from 5 to 20, and we'll go with that call because we're running out of time. But
Oh my goodness.
I know. Can you believe we're already 46 minutes into the show? But I'm sure I'll go over. So
16.
16. All right. So let's see here. It's a 717 call. It looks like 717-557. You're on the line with Michelle. Can we have your name, please?
Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. What can I do
Hi,
for
how
you?
are you? Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, thank you,
Hi.
dear.
I was wondering, my mother passed away, and I was just wondering if she is with loved ones and if she's at peace.
She's definitely at peace. I don't know
Good.
I don't know if you were there when she passed. There's an issue about this. Were you there when she passed away, Nicole?
I was.
Okay. It was very difficult for you because you're a sensitive person, but she has a heart of gratitude. And the first thing that came through telepathically is tell my daughter thank you. And thank you for being with me at the end. So I wanted you to confirm that because your mother wants to come over. She wants to stroke your lower arm. She wants to squeeze your hand. And she remembers when you did that for her, Nicole, when you did that for her.
I did, yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. And she tells me that she's so glad that she was your mother and that she's going to watch over you. She's training to be a spirit guide and rose pink colors everywhere. That's the color of unconditional love. We were talking about unconditional love earlier. She says sometimes you sit alone and you do a lot of thinking. And I know you have a picture of your mother. It could be you and your mother as well. And I know that you look at it. And she says, when you do, she says, when you do, I'm right over your shoulder. She had a picture of herself when she was beautifully dressed. And I don't know which picture this is, but she's showing me one when she was a little bit younger. And she is beautifully dressed. And your mother had a beautiful complexion from how she's appearing to me, how she's stepping through. And she wasn't in a lot of pain at the end. Her soul was coming and going. I don't know if you know this, your mother. Her soul at the very end. So that's why she wasn't in a lot of pain. But she says that good changes are coming up, sweetie. She tucks you in at night still. Isn't that cute? She does. She tucks you in. And
I was wondering if there's anything, if she liked her flowers at the funeral.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I see some unusual ones, and I'm smelling a whole garden of flowers. And someone had lilac. Someone had lilac bushes, Nicole.
That was her house. She had her everywhere.
So she wants to take me back to the lilac bushes. And is her home in your possession, or did you sell it? Can you tell me?
No, it's in our possession. My sister and I. My sister's keeping it. Yes.
Okay. She wants you to keep it for now because I have to tell you, in the spring, she'll be around your the lilac bushes. All right, sweetheart. And also watch for a rocking chair. A rocking chair. An older rocking chair.
Rocking?
Yes, that somebody had in family. It could even be in an attic.
Okay.
But she's acknowledging that as well. All right. And she's sending love to your sister, sweetheart. You're very different from her.
Much.
But, So God bless. God bless, Nicole.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, she's sweet.
Yeah, that was a great reading.
She sounds happy.
Yeah.
I have some really happy callers tonight.
You do. Well, I'm giving you the numbers and you're picking them, so there you go. So they're coming right to you. So you have some events coming up, is that right?
Yes, I do.
And you have do you have one coming up in Hershey?
Yes, Hershey, PA Chocolate.
Okay.
Chocolate World.
Yeah, yeah.
We have every November we have a traditional Thanksgiving dinner in Hershey. I do a seminar, I do random readings, and it is November 20th, John, which is a Sunday.
Okay.
And it always fills. And we try to keep it intimate. We usually get a little over 100 people, but it's just a nice group, and everybody brings energy into an environment.
Yeah.
So no two seminars are alike. I've been doing it for 20 some years and they're never alike.
Well, let's give the audience a little taste of what they're like.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go.
If you enjoy the Michele Livingston Show and want to see her in person, check out her next live seminar.
So here we go. If you can work with me, close your eyes. We're going to take 8 deep breaths, and we're going to start.
Have you recently lost a loved one?
Who lost a husband recently? I had to take a deep breath with him. I feel it was fairly quick.
Could you be the next one to get a reading?
I think I'm with you, sweetie. There's a name like Bree. Bree. They're showing me cheese. That's the new one. They showed me Bree cheese and her daughter's name Bree. See how this works?
This seminar will provide an experience that will truly enhance your understanding of the other dimensions.
When we get over there, we train to help 1 or 2 people that are on the earth plane, and we train to be their guides or their helpers.
And confirm that you
There's a dad figure coming through here.
are never alone.
Did you enjoy it? Oh, thank you.
That's great. It's November 20th at 1
Yes.
p.m., right?
Sunday.
Okay.
It's at 2. It's actually at 2.
Oh, okay.
2 p.m.
2
Mhm.
p.m.
And they can go on my website, Michele 1L.
Okay.
I've been saying that for years. Livingston.com, and sign up for my newsletter because that will give people updates on where I'll be and what I'll be doing and so on.
All right.
John,
Yeah, I
so-
tried playing that video. We had a little snafu there, but it's live, so folks, we got most of it playing, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I wanted to mention this show is live, and it is broadcast on Facebook Live and also through UBN Radio too. And the podcast goes on to live on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Spreaker, and on UBN Radio. So you can go back and listen. If you're wondering what Michele said during a call, or if she shared a particular moment on the show that you want to go back and share with someone, you can share with them as well.
And I also put them on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube
They
as
can-
well. Great.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love doing this work, John. There's so many people that are just searching.
Yeah.
Some are curious seekers, and other ones just want to hear from loved ones. Or so I'll keep doing this as long as I get the calls, and as long as people want me to.
Well, I think you're going to be doing it for your lifetime because you're amazing, and we're really
I have a
enjoy
feeling
having
about
you.
that.
Yeah. Well, tell us. Do tell us. Well, great. So, folks, please check out Michele Livingston. That's 1L. That's Michele Livingston, Livingston.com. And you can check out where she's going to be. You can order the books. You can look at those beautiful portraits that she was talking about the scenes that when she goes to read for someone, a scene appears and then she has it digitized, right?
It's a soul portrait,
Mhm.
and I'd say Montana. We have our main webmasters in Seattle,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a visionary artist. It's amazing. So he'll take the opening scene soul portrait, digitize it, and make a beautiful print, and people frame them, and then they meditate with them. So it's a very unique reading. And I do enjoy it. So I'm booking into January. So if somebody wants a group session, I do smaller groups at my office too.
Okay.
Call now.
Yeah.
Because-
Because you are booking up.
yeah.
No, I
Mhm.
get that. And you're going to be very busy doing some charity events and things like that coming up too. So
Children's Miracle
Yeah.
Network.
excellent.
That's coming up in November too. So if anybody doesn't get through and they'd like a reading for the children, it's for Hershey Medical Center's hospital, Children's Hospital. I'll give you more information on that coming up.
Okay.
That's in a few weeks, and where they can call to donate if they'd like to donate.
All right. So should we do one more call before we go?
Sure.
One more call. See, folks, you got to stick on the line because I might fool you. All right, here we go. 919.
That's what somebody said.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're glad they stuck in the line.
All right. So give me a number, Michele, from 5 to 23.
Well, let's do. Did you say 3?
5 to 23. Yeah.
All right, let's do 3.
All right. So number 3. All right. So 717939. You're on the line with Michele.
Hi.
Hi there.
Good evening.
What's your name, honey?
My name is Sheila.
Hi, Sheila.
And I've actually had some other readings with you.
Yay!
But I'm calling about my dad tonight, though.
All right. What's your question about your dad?
He passed the day after Christmas. My brother and I are both trained in CPR, and of course resuscitated him. But his heart was just too weak to stay on this side, so he has succumbed life. So just having a little bit of a hard time with it yet.
I can imagine, because I know you were very close to him. And
Yeah.
I cannot pull them through Sheila, but I do have to say I feel his energy very strongly around his girl, which is you. He might have had some difficulty in walking, or there might have been some pain in the legs towards the end, because I feel like I have to take a deep breath with him. It's not just the heart respiratory, but I feel like I'm having
everything.
Yeah, I feel like I'm having a little difficulty climbing stairs, and some pain in my back and my legs. Also, darling.
Yeah, all the above.
And then there's a blood sugar disorder, Sheila, somewhere. Not necessarily with your dad. Do you know about that?
Yeah, that was him.
Oh, was that him too? God bless him.
That was him. Oh, yeah, he had everything. Yep.
Well, you know what? Your dad, he didn't want to admit weakness. This is what he's telling me. He's standing right here. And he wants to look younger than you remember him. And he says he's not even walking. He's flying now, Sheila.
I believe it. I totally believe it.
He's like the butterfly free from the cocoon. So I do have to say, yes, he had a lot going on. He wanted to take care of himself more. But your dad, he would sit and think about life, but he didn't want to put a lot of emphasis on himself, which I find interesting. So he could have taken better care of himself. And he's thanking you and sending love to your brother. And there's a name that comes down the line, honey, a name. So I don't know if your brother's named after your dad or.
Yeah, he is.
Is he? Really?
Yeah.
He's happy about that. We were earlier talking about genealogy. And he says he's so happy that he has a son with his name. Okay, I have to say that.
Great.
All right.
Great.
And keep up the good work. Your dad loves that you're helping people, Sheila. So keep up the good work. All right.
Awesome. All right. Can you just answer one question, too? Will my husband get a new job soon? Please just give me a sign.
Okay. In this book, Miss Sheila, let me tell you something. How to attract a good job, all right? You make a list and you know that thought plus energy equals form. And if you don't have this one, please get it, Messages from Beyond, honestly. It's a guidebook and he will have a job, yes, but remember, thoughts are things. So your husband gets himself down a little bit at times, you know? And we all do. We all do, but he's very sensitive, and I just feel like he gets himself down. So tell him there's hope.
Okay, great.
Right? And the other thing is, Sheila, he needs to write some things down that he loves to do. We should love our work 90% of the time. If we don't, we're not doing our sole purpose. And your husband has very good hand-mind coordination. He should be doing, he could have his own business, but he just needs a shove.
He needs a kick.
He needs a kick, and he needs some courage, okay? All right, my dear?
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Take care, sweetie.
Thanks, Sheila. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Sure thing.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so we've come to the end of the show.
How can that be?
I know, it just flies by. I have so much fun with you, hon. It's such a great time.
Well, you're just wonderful, John, and I know we say this over and over, but I feel connected. And
I do too.
We've never physically met.
No, we haven't. but we, like you said, soul group. That's what we're definitely part of the same soul group. Yes. Well, thanks again, folks. Please join us again next week. I'm sorry to the calls we couldn't get to, but we'll do our best next time. And I'm going to say, if you can, get into the chat room, because I prioritize the calls from the chat room, because then, you know, I know a little bit about what you're calling about, which helps out with getting the calls on the air. So that helps.
And on Facebook, I'll have a few hundred questions now.
And comments.
So it's easier sometimes for them to go right to the chat room too with their questions. Because then you can look over those, and then later I can look over the fan page.
Yeah, that's great. And folks, you can watch the the show back on Michelle's fan page. It will be in her video section, so you can watch it back anytime on demand. And then, again, we're going to put it up on YouTube as well. And it will be on podcast for replay. If you can't watch, you can listen. So that'll be great. And I think there was one other thing, and it's slipping my mind at the moment. But what I was going to say is just be sure to not give up. With not readings happen for those that are meant to have them, at the particular time that they happen. So we get thousands of calls, and we do our best to take as many as we can.
I'll ask you something, John.
Yeah.
I'll put out a challenge.
Yeah.
You're very good at this, and if there's anything that you feel as a caller is asking, it's okay.
Okay.
To chime in, it really is.
Okay, sure thing. All right. Well,
okay.
So you want me to learn to get back in my what is it on the psychic horse and
in the zone.
In the zone.
I think you need that. I really do.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. Well, there you go. And probably stuff that will come up in our little session.
It will. We'll be doing double links before you know it.
Oh, I love it. All right, looking forward to it. All right. Well, thanks again, folks. Be sure to tune in next week, Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at UBN-radio.com.